Hey there. Oh, yay, I have 4 people waiting. Make sure you comment so that we know that you're here, and then you can be in the drawing for the card that we're doing today. And you decide after the drawing which card you'd like, and we'll go from there. I hope you all are having a good New Year so far. Can't get any worse than last year, though I've been told not to say that because people don't really want to push or knock on wood or however you say that. Hey, Gail. Okay, so I forgot to get the card that we did last time because I want to show you what's different. So if you missed this card the last time, it sits like this. It wasn't the last time, it was a few times ago, but it sits like this and it all folds up so that you can mail it. Well, I didn't like that this was all floppy. I did like it, but I decided also that I wanted it to fit in a card. So of course I can't do Christmas again, but I am keeping this to be a decoration around Christmas because I made a few just so I could keep one. So if you guys could let me know, hey Steph, let me know if my writing is the right way. I'm hoping it is, because I'm not sure I can change it at this point. So this is the card. I made it, changed it up. It was a square card, but I didn't want to have to make an envelope. So, and I love these donkeys that you can get from Sale-a-Bration. So I decided to do the card where I have a scenery like we did before, but it's attached at the top and it's much easier to fold and put into a card. And this is how it looks when it's upside down, or like up top. Okay, good. This is super simple. It's just a lot of like cutting here and fussy cutting your donkeys. And then on the back, we have where you can write your sentiment. Because of course, oh good, thanks Steph and Gail. But Gail wasn't positive it was okay. So thank you, Steph, for being positive. All right, so you wouldn't want to write on this because it's so cute. I mean, look at these guys. I mean, they're just too cute. Okay, so we're going to start off. Whoops, I messed up my flower. I'm going to put this aside. And now where did I put there it is. We are going to start off with a piece of black. And I just dropped a bunch of my things pulling it out. Hold on one second. Okay. Not a bunch, just a couple. Okay, we'll see if I did more. So like I said, there's a lot of little pieces. Whoops. So I got this paper from the, let me show you real quick. The Very Delightful DSP. Now the one that I've used a lot is this one and this one. And this is free if you spend $100 with Sale-a-Bration, or you can sign up to be a demonstrator and then just buy what you want above and beyond, and you can get it also. But that is a lot of fun. I mean, this is really great. So these little cuts are, let's see, I wrote it down. Oh yes, 5/8 by 1 7/8 for this one. And you will need 6 of these. And then you need, this one is 5/8 by 7/8, and you will need 8 of those. And this is just Granny Apple Green. So I'm going to put those all up here so we're ready. And hopefully I didn't, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, okay, I have enough of those. Hoping that my other ones are in here. Yes, there's 1, 6. So I'm sorry if I'm a little flustered because it's been a while. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have them all. Good. All right. I got some dies from the open range dies that comes in the bundle with, let me show you the picture because I'm going to do this card next time. Hey, Jenna, I miss you. All right, so this one I'm going to do next week. So it's going to be a manly card. I have no idea what I'm going to do yet, but if you didn't want to use this paper, this DSP, because it comes in the pack with the Berry Delightful stamp set, and they come together. So you spend $100 on whatever you want, and you get this 12 by 12 pack of DSP plus the Berry Delightful stamp set. And if you didn't want to use this in this set, because this is what I'm going to use next week, is these really cute barbed wire. I thought that would be cute if you had like maybe garden green on this side instead of DSP and then just did the barbed wire down. So that was just a thought if you didn't want to use that DSP for that. All right. And then you could do barbed wire going across. All right. Put that aside. So, but these come from the dies from the open range, which you got to love fences, and of course a windmill. So we're going to put those aside, but the fence comes in this die like this. So we are going to use 2 for this project and 1 for the next project, which you will really like. All right, so the DSP is 5.5 by 12. And we need to bring in my trimmer. So I did not have a chance to put this on my blog today, but I am going to do it tomorrow. So if you go to TedderBearStamping.com tomorrow, probably before noon, probably I will have it there. But I also have other pieces here, and I'll tell you those when we need them. All right, so you're going to put it in portrait size first, and you're going to put it at the, pretty sure it's the, I'm sorry, 3/4 of an inch. And then you're going to cut, and this is where you get a little scared, from the 1 down to the 5, and then pick it up, bring it down to the 7, and go from 7 to 11. And I'm sorry if you don't have the whole picture here because I don't have enough time, camera view here. So then you're going to go backwards, or you can start back up at the top, but I usually just leave my cutter down at the bottom, go up to 7, and I did put it at 3/4 again, and then from 5 to 1. Okay, so you should have something like this where you have 4 cuts, and then we're going to put it in landscape. Now, hopefully I won't do the cutter because I'm done with the cutter for now. All right, so you're going to put this in at, let's see, I want to make sure I do this right. Okay, you're going to score at 1. This is just on the outside. So between where you cut and the edge. So what I do is I take it to the 1, well, it's 3/4, and go up. And then I bring it down to the 5 or 4 3/4 and go down. So we do it at the 1, and then I'm going to turn it because that just makes it easy for me because it's too close here on the edge. Then we're going to go to 5, and we're only going to do the outside. So I'm going to go to the 3/4 and go up, come down to the line. You can just eyeball, sorry, Gail, and go down. Then you're going to go to 7, which we need to open up my arm here. We're going to take it to 7, and we're only doing the outside still. So go to where you see the line, close it, and go up, come down. Now, Jenna, because you already made a purchase, I'll have all this cut for you. So you will have it made. And then we have one more at 11, which I'm just going to go ahead and put it at the 1 because that's where we started. Whoa, haha, sorry. I get a little bit like if I accidentally do it wrong. Okay, so that basically you're putting score lines at the front and back of each one of your cuts. All right, and now we're going to go all the way across at 2. Make sure 2, and then 4. This is so we can fold it. 4 and 8 and 10. And I always kind of give a sigh of relief after this because I didn't cut when I was supposed to score. All right. So now you're going to be folding these as mountain, which means it goes up, valley, mountain, valley. That's on the edge. So you want to be careful with that. Then this one goes mountain also. This one right here, mountain, and then valley on the inside. All right, then we're going to mountain, valley. So they're kind of opposite, and then mountain and valley. So then when you go to fold it, it goes, hey, I did it. Whoops. So you have this little flap here that's supposed to be there. All right, so we have that side done. So we're going to do mountain, valley, mountain, valley. Then we're going to do mountain, valley, mountain, valley, or valley. So that will fold. And then this one gets to be the mountain and valley. All right. So these are kind of terms that you use if you are a paper person, you know, where you, and for some reason this didn't quite go right. So hopefully it will, this down here did, but this one is off a little bit, but I think it should still be okay. All right. So you are going to put on the inside your scene that we're going to create in a minute. Then for your outside here, because we only want, I want it to be where it's 4 1/4. And this ends up being 4 by 5 1/2. So I wanted to add a little bit. So I have 2 strips here that are 2 1/8 by 5 1/2. And you need 2. So what you're going to do is you're going to just put glue on this part, not on here, because some of it's going to be hanging over. And I want to make sure my glue is down and ready to go. So, and I like to use glue because it kind of makes it to where we can work with it. So this is going to go right on the edge here because it's going to hang over on the other side to make it 4 1/4. So I make sure I push that down really well. Then we're going to turn it and do the other side. And again, we're going to put it right up to this edge. Line it up with your cardstock. And then if you can see on the back side, I don't know if you can tell, yeah, you can, that there's a little lip. That's going to make it to where now it's, whoops, 4 1/4. And if yours accidentally bends at this part right here, which it does a lot. Mine's already doing it on this side. Don't worry about it because we're going to cover it up. Now, one thing you should have probably done before we started that is put these little pieces on, because there's only a couple. There's a spot here. We'll just bend it. And we'll put one right here. So all your little pieces are going to be your ones that you cut by 8. And this is why I like glue, because we can kind of move it a little bit. And then we're going to have one in here. It's probably better to put it on this instead of on the cardstock too, which we'll be doing from here on out just to be on the safe side. Okay, I'm going to flip it and just do the other side with the green. Get the insides first. So how's everybody been with COVID and everything? I'm hoping nobody's gotten it, or family members. So far, we've been pretty good. Though we've had a couple scares. And we're supposed to be getting snow tomorrow. Okay, one last one for the green. And then we'll move on to the other one. So this is pretty straightforward. Now you're going to put this on each of the others. And if you accidentally get glue outside of where you're at, just use an embossing buddy or cornstarch or something to take the sticky off, or use an eraser to get it off. This is a fun card, not just because of the donkeys, though I love the donkeys, which you can get for free. And for those watching, if anybody wants to join my team, we are having a swap coming up with using new stuff. So you'd have to get your stuff pretty quick to do it, but I'm sure that we could make arrangements. All right, so now this piece, I didn't write down the dimensions. I know it's 4 by 5 3/8. Then we're going to come in with the cutter, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I want them to meet. So I do it for 4 to make sure that when I go to cut it at 2, that we have it to where we can line them up exactly on the front. All right. So, and I've cut these also to be a little bit smaller or larger than what you would normally do, because I want them to meet in the middle, like right up to this edge. Normally you would have a little barrier between colors, and we're not doing that this time. Whoop, come on. Whoa, too much. Come on. There we go. I feel like I'm talking to a dog. Come on. Okay. All right, so then I'm going to close this up and make sure on this side that it's lining up right. And then I can line it up so that the patterns match. It would be awful if you have a good pattern on here and then they don't line up. And see how my thing isn't quite right. Whoop, come on. Okay, so obviously I made a tiny error on my scoring. All right, now we have almost the whole thing done, except for we have to do our inside. So this is going to be 8 inches by 3 7/8. And this is kind of what we did before, where I did a seam and then we cut it up because you want it to match. So I'm bringing in a piece of computer paper, and I am going to just, I know this scares some people, but I'm just going to cut waves. You can use a die if you want, but I'm not going to do that. All right, so I'm going to put it this way just so that it's easier to hold. And then I'm going to put this here. And then I'm coming in with our brush that we have and garden green. So we were going to go to England and everywhere. When were we going to go? We were going to go this year. But now we're thinking we're going to have to go the next year because we don't know how COVID's going to be with everything. So I'm looking forward, though, to going out. We're going to do the whole tour. All right, so we're making hills is what we're doing. And then you want to, the reason why I have the long paper is I want to make sure that the hills don't like match up, because then it would look matchy-matchy and not natural. So I'm just going over my edge and holding on to it. And the darker you do the edge, the more it'll show up. Because this one wasn't very dark, but that one's a little bit more. Now I'm going to come in and make it be a little weird, just so that it doesn't look perfect. Oh, isn't that pretty? That came out good. Okay. So this is what I used to do when I would stamp in my office or my room upstairs. The kids would be in the living room watching TV. And I would be like, oh my gosh, it turned out so good. And they're like, Mother, you're talking to yourself again. And so, yes. But I still, after 20 years, love it. So I'm going to move that so that it's not distracting to us. All right, so that's it for that part. So now I'm going to bring in my cutter again. And we are going to cut the panel now at, let's see, I want to make sure. Okay, cut at 2 inches. Now you could do 2 inches, flip it and do 2 inches on the other side, but just so that you know, it's 3 7/8, because it's not going to come out exactly right, because I didn't want it to be like, this is just a tad bit bigger than 2. Not by much. So you're just going to have to trim off a little. See, that's all you had to get off. All right. So we want to make sure that we have this going the right way so that they line up. Bring in our piece here. And I'm going to put in the middle one first, just to make it so it's easy to line up both on the sides. And they are kind of going close, really close to the score lines, because I want it to not be like in your face. It's different, that it's like out or cut up. That's the word I was looking for. Okay. Put it really close. Okay. And then this one. Well, whoops. Push it closer to the edge. There we go. Sorry, I'm out of view here. All right, so now our scene is there. And when we close it, if I can get it folded the right way, close this nicely. All right, so now we have our rolling hills for our donkeys. Now, you would stamp all 3 of your donkeys, which I have already done because I did not want to have to do it twice and color them. But I wanted to show you now if I can find them because I took them out and I set them. Okay, Gail. Where did I put them? Took them out of the bag. Oh, come on. Seriously. Up there on the floor. Hold on. And then I have something to show you guys for later, a home decor item, which still makes me chuckle. I just have to have my husband put it up for me. So I colored these with soft suede and smoky slate for the hooves and the nose. And he is going to go right down here. And surprisingly, I did not pop any of this up, which if anybody knows me, I pop everything up. But nope, not this time. Because I thought that this card just spoke without having to have everything popped up. Okay, then we are going to put on the one here. Isn't he cute? All right. Normally I would color these, but I was afraid this might be too long. And he's going to go, whoops, let me get, okay, I know I'm going to have to probably ink him up again, but I wanted to show you. I have it right here. So we have in our new catalog let me move everything. That's going to dry, by the way, and I'll just do it again. It's called Mini Messages, and it has all of these messages on it. The awesome thing is that it's all on one stamp. I mean, you could cut it up if you wanted to, but the reason why I don't want to is because it comes with a die that will cut it all out at once. So now when I cut them, it just makes a whole bunch of them. So I wanted to show you how I do it. Is I'm using the Stamparatus. So if I do make a mistake, because it's a big stamp, that I can just keep pushing down until it's all the way stamped. So I'm going to use Memento. And this Memento really probably needs to be re-inked, but sometimes when I re-ink it, it gets blotchy, and I didn't want to do that for now. All right, so I'm going to stand up because I like to use this pad underneath, and I know it like makes it stand up. So we have to really put pressure on it just to get it to stamp. You could take that out and then move it away from the side and it will be perfect, but I prefer it this way. And that looks good. All right, so let me show you. Let me first wipe this off so I don't get it on everything. Okay. Put this out of the, see if my donkey's sticking to it because it's sticky. All right, so then you bring in your die. And the cool thing about this is that you have little landmarks that will help you get it aligned right. You have a heart up here, a star here, and a tiny star there. And if you get them all lined up, then you can cut it and everything's in its spot. So that's really awesome. So I'm not going to do that, but I'm using 3 of them from that one stamp. Whoops. Yes. So I'm so happy to celebrate these moments with you. hooray, it's your birthday, and then happy birthday for the back panel. All right, so why I had to pause is because this is going to go down and he's going to sit on it. This glue is about gone, but I didn't want to get a new one out until this one was done. All right, so let's put some glue back on this, though. No, I don't think it'll be sticky enough. Because now it's, if you ever wanted to know, if I think you did this and it would be repositionable. So that way, if you ever wanted to make like your own sticker, you just let it dry and then it will, I'm pretty sure, work, because it used to work with our two-way glue and I'm assuming it would work with this. Okay. Turn that over. And he's going to sit on this sign. Isn't he cute? Okay, so for this one, I want to have him kicking this sentence or saying. So I'm trying to make it, I want to put that there, and then does that look about like he's kicking it? We could do a little bit closer. Okay, we'll do it like that. Kind of wish this was on a two-way video so we could talk while I'm doing it, but I don't know how to do that. All right. He's so cute. All right, and then put him down. All right, so the back panel, I do have that, don't I? Is 3 7/8 square, and I bet you I didn't cut it. So I'm just going to bring the other one. And what I did was use the other happy birthday here for the back panel, and then I did the hee-haw 3 times, and I stamped it off with the granny apple. That's what you do. So when you stamp off something, and I'll do it right here with a different stamp because that's just easy. I'll use let's just do it with garden green just to show you. So here's the hee-haw, and you would stamp it off, and then you'd stamp it on the cardstock, and it would be the same color as what you're using to make it look less in your face. So this one is the one that I would use if this was garden green, but of course I didn't have that piece ready because that would make it easy. All right, then we have to do the hooray, it's your birthday on this side, and then add our blingies, which is the holiday rhinestones, which I still am thrilled that they have those because I use them all the time. Okay. Whoops. Let's put the lid back on my glue for now and on my memento and bring in my rhinestones. So I thought, because this has got garden green in it in this color and granny apple, that these rhinestone jewels with the holiday ones would match perfectly with the dark green, because then it would make it pop a little bit more. And normally I would have my pick your tool, but I don't know where I stuck it. I know I used it the other day, so it's around here somewhere. All right, so let's put that there. And you should always go with odds. And I tell my husband that too for planting his plants in the garden. We'll do one on this side. And one down here. Let's do a small one. Okay, so you could do a lot more with your thing. Oops, you know what I forgot? I was like, this doesn't look right. The fence and our windmill. So we'll put that in. Now you could use the adhesive sheets, but I always forget when I'm going to make everything. So I just die cut them and then I'm like, oh, I guess I could have used that. So I'm just going to put this in because this will make it perfect. And again, this is done with the open range dies. And those are $45 for the bundle. So you would just have to add some dimensionals or something, or adhesive probably, because dimensionals wouldn't get you quite there. But add that to get it to get you to the $50 to get either the donkey or the DSP for free. All right, so I'm going to trim these because they can't go across. Okay. And then I have one other, which is here somewhere. Here it is. Okay. So I'm going to have this one. It's going to go to, it's going to be used for both sides. So let's just line this up. Trim it. I have a thing for fences. I like fences. All right. And then this one, I think it's two. Let's make this. And this is what really makes this so cute because of the donkey and they're in a fence and they're having a good time. Okay. Well, there we go. There. Doesn't that look better? So I might have to fix, whoops, that would be great if it stayed. I tried to move it too quickly. And let's trim it. There. All right. So that's really cute. So whoever right now, like if you come in during the live and make a comment, you will be put in the drawing to get this card. And then you can just have it be displayed. All right. So now the next card. Oh my gosh, you guys, I was super thrilled with this one. All right, so I made an envelope. Well, didn't make one envelope. This comes with the Memories and More cards and envelopes, which comes with both regular size cards with envelopes. Not really regular; they're a little bit bigger, but they have envelopes and regular envelopes. So it's a big pack. And then I made this cute donkey that is peeking through, and it says it's your birthday, hee-haw. And so this is supposed to be easier than the one I just did. But if you know me, you know that I tend to kind of go overboard. So I know, surprise. So here's the gift card that comes in the Memories and More. And this ends up being 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 closed. And then the envelope. And then you could, which depends on what you're looking for, is you could decorate the outside part of your envelope, which you would put this on and then turn this over and trim. Or you could do the inside like I did on this one, which I like, but you just lay this down right almost to the edge and make sure it's even on both sides. And if I can find my pencil, I found my bone folder that I've been looking for all day. Here it is. And you just trace, because this is the back side, so it doesn't matter that you're, whoops, it does if you leave a mark on your envelope though. All right, so you just leave it like that. And this is measured at, I think, yes, I did, 4 3/8 by 2. And you just trim. I like it to be a surprise after you open it to see it, but it would be really cute to be on the front too. At the back, front to the back. All right, so I'm just going to put some glue on this. Gotta love the glue. And then I'm going to tuck it in a little bit and have it go right underneath where the glue is. Isn't that cute? I love it. All right, so because I'm using up this DSP, I plan on making all kinds of projects with it. All right, so we have that. Then we are going to, let me find my die. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. So I'm using the layering circles. And first off, you're going to put the one with the, this is, let me measure real quick, 3 by 4. You're going to put the scalloped circle on top and center it. And you're going to cut this out first, which I've already done because with your machine. And this makes it so much easier to get it done, is that you would lay this on here. Well, really, you would glue it down. Then you would come in with this after it's glued down, and after you'd cut the DSP, and you'd put this down. And then when you go to run it through, this won't move, and this will stay where it's supposed to. And then you have a hole that this will go around. And then, because I've already done that, I'm going to go ahead and place this on here. Anything to make it easier and less guessing is what I like. And now this is perfectly in the middle, and it aligns and makes a cute little hole for your donkey to peek out of. I love the plaid too. That's why I've kind of been glomming onto this DSP more, because I love the plaid, but I like all the other stuff too. So it's very hard to figure out what you want to use. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put the fence on, and I'm just going to, there it is, trim the edges here. And I'm only going to put adhesive on the bottom part of this, the 2 middle ones, because I don't want it to be sticky on the other side. So bottom on the 2 on the inside. Do that first so I don't forget. There we go. And then the whole thing for that. And you could use your sponge to get the glue on better, but I would be afraid I would get it on the top side too. All right, so make sure it fits perfect. So now we have that. Now you can make little pencil marks for your donkey, because this is, well, no, it's layered. So I am going to, where did I put my extra piece? I didn't. All right, so you put it in there and you stamp it, and then you color it. Now, I did this one ahead of time so that we wouldn't have to take up too much time. And because I love to have layers, and I guess I didn't cut those, but like on this one, I have a layer of the garden green or granny apple green, and I don't think I have that written down. But when you do this, then you're going to, I just did the edges with the dark and the light, and then used my color lifter to get it to look faded. Just be careful when you're around the eyes because my eyes don't look good. Let's see if I can get you close enough. They kind of look like double eyes. So you wouldn't want to do that part. But once you have this done, and I guess I'm not going to do this card because I didn't have it cut all the way, but you got the gist of it. And it just looks so cute. And he's peeking out with the envelope. And it's just adorable. So we have to also put on, again, the green from the Holiday Rhinestones. So it sets it off. Now, of course, I'll finish that card later, but I don't want to use the one that has the eyes messed up. Oh, you know what? It's right here next to me. So let's just go ahead and do it. This is 4 1/8 by 3 1/8. See, this is what happens when you've taken your time. And 4 by 3 to go on top. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how I did it. And I'm not, well, I guess I will put it on the green because I was worried that if I made a mistake, but since I've already written on the back and it's smudged with ink, we'll go ahead and do it. And I'll show you how I colored it. And hopefully I'll get the donkey in the right spot. Okay, because I like to layer. That's part of my problem. Not problem, but so I'm going to eyeball where this donkey is going to go. And which one? I did the sitting one. And I'm sorry, Gail. I'd like to eyeball. Just makes it easy. All right, so not that that really made a difference, but let's see. Ah, good job. Okay. All right, so I am using, and again, like I said, everything will be listed on my blog tomorrow. So I'm going to use the dark just to go around. I'm going to move this so that we can and put the lid back on. I'm going to use the dark just on the edges because I want it to be gradual and a little bit where the hair or the things are. And we'll just go with the lines that they've already given us. And I always like to do the dark for the little hair things because we're going to do light on the other. And then I'm going to do it here. And I'm not going to do it as dark on that part because I don't want it to show up too much. And the other thing about using the color lifters, it does make it bleed just a little. So we're going to try not to do that. So I'm going to use my brush tip, which I say usually don't do, but I want to make sure I get it in there good and get it to blend a little bit before I pull it out. And I'm just going to go around the edges. I'm afraid I'm going to do the eyeballs the same again. Okay. So there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and do the legs. I'm going to leave the feet alone. All right, so now is where I'm going to try to stay away from the eyes. You just come at the edge and you pull it in a little bit. It just makes it look a little less sharp. And then you just pull it in. And you have to do this quite a bit. And I think that doesn't look too bad. And I didn't do his eyes bad. That's good. There, that's cute. And I didn't get so close to the edge. Let me show you the other one so I can show you what happens when you get too close to the edge. It bleeds and it looks more watercolored, which is if it's a look that you like, then that's good. All right, so let's go ahead and put that in. And hopefully I lined him up well because I'm not going to be able to change it now. Oh, look, I did. Yay. Okay, so we have the envelope done and that. Now I wanted to show you because I love these donkeys. I don't know that I've already told you that, but I know I did. I made that thing for my house. Let's see if you can see it. All right, so it says, and I'm sorry, let's see if we can get the lights to turn a little bit. Still be able to be seen. All right. Let's just turn off this one. I'm sorry if it's going to get dark, but see ya 2020 with him kicking off the 0 and hooray for 2021. And I just love this. This uses all stuff from the new mini, even the Just Want to Say and the flowers, and then the opal rounds that are gorgeous. The only thing that is not from the mini is the word or the letters. Yes, the letters. So, yeah. And now I have something else to show you. And I'll have to turn the lights back on so you can see because I don't want it. But I have done some cards, samples from the mini. And I wanted to show you. And these are all celebration items. So you can get them for free. So this one uses, now I should have had these, hold on, I will get the set. All right. Okay. This one uses Approaching Perfection, and I splattered it with Wink of Stella. Not sure if you can see that. Okay, so there's that. Then I have, where's the other? Okay, I don't have that one with me. Here's another Memories and More card. I don't have any of the insides done, but isn't that cute? I wish I had that stamp set with me. It's probably sitting somewhere close by. All right, one using the donkey. So while I'm showing this, Pat, you can go ahead and put the names in for those that were here, and you can do a drawing. All right, so there's that. Then this one, oh, I love this one. And that one uses the Heal Your Heart Celebration, which anybody that knows me knows I love script. So that one uses that. And this one also uses that. So pretty. Okay. Then we have the Corner Bouquet, which has 3 stamps in it, or 4, I'm sorry. And I embossed with white on this, and then did one in each corner here. And then, of course, used the Celebration DSP. And, of course, I don't have the insides done. Okay, and now this one is from A Touch of Ink. And what is great is that we went to, well, we didn't go. We had a virtual meeting with Stampin' Up, and I won this stamp set. So let's see what we did with that. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? Love it. And I did Wink of Stella on the hummingbird. And this is the ink, or the ink splatter. No, anybody can help me. It's a folder for the background. And then this one that uses the butterfly in that same set. And I did Wink of Stella on him also. But I hope you enjoyed those. Aren't they pretty? Those you can get all for free. And so I will have more using the berry one for next week's live that we're going to do. That's even though it doesn't go. And I will be sending you a pillow gift. I'm just not sure what it is going to be. Probably something really good. Thanks, Jenna. So, Pat, are you ready? We'll find out who wins. And if you win, you're going to have to tell me which card that you want. I think I already know, but you never know. One or the other. She probably forgot she had to do that. It's okay. Oh, Holly. So congratulations. Is she still here? Because oh, yes, you are. Isn't that donkey card cute? Both of them. I love both. So, Holly, which card would you like me to send you? And I will need you to email me or DM me your address. And my email is TedderBearStamping@gmail.com. Everything's TedderBearStamping. So just let me know, Holly, which one you would like, and I will get it out to you hopefully tomorrow. So I hope you guys come again next week when I'm going to do the berries for the samples. And we will be doing something with the that one set I told you we were going to do. the one that goes with this one. So that'll be fun. All right. Well, I will let you go for now. Thank you guys for coming. And if you decide you want to join Stampin' Up, now is the time to come because you can win. Let me get that really quick. Not win, but you would earn as a prize all of these packages of DSP that is not going to be good until the next big catalog. So you will get, I think it's 200 DSPs altogether. I could be wrong, but it's one in each family and then one in the in colors. So I'm even missing one. So pretty, oh no, here it is. So it's a pretty good deal. If you decide it's only $99 and you get to get all of this for free. And you get to pick out $125 worth of product. All right. So I hope to see you guys next week. Thank you so much. Bye.